Okay, let's continue. That's quite an interesting situation here. That means both scenarios are kind of risk-free in terms that you are agreeing today on the rates of interest rates or of exchange rate, and you get completely different result. That means that arbitrage is possible for that amount of money. I will show how you might have an arbitrage opportunity here, and then I will return to the example just to wrap up the concept on interest rate differential. But again, we are assuming that 4% in USD and 2% in Euro are both deposit and interest and borrowing interest rates. Okay, what one can do, let's do the math here in the corner. What one can do, you can borrow 1 million euro, borrow 1 million euro now. Yeah, borrowed. Cool. Agreed with your bank, signed the agreement, borrowed 1 million euro at rate, interest rate 2%. That's also cool. Also, you're buying forward contract. For United States dollars versus euro. And in that forward contract, you have the rate 1.17. Yeah, again, from here, same conditions. Now you are investing USD. Remember, you borrowed 1 million, you invest in USD, so you invest in 1.15 million USD at 4%. Yeah, cool. What you will have in 1 year time? You will have 1,150,000 United States dollars multiplied by 1.04. You will have that much of dollars, 196,000 USD. Nice. Now you have to return your debt in euro. And you have to return borrowing. You are returning 1 million point to euro. Your lender in Europe doesn't care about your USD things, so he cares about euro amount you've borrowed. And you have your forward contract to offset these at predetermined rate. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so how much USD you should give to have that amount of euro? Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3 multiplied by 1.17, your forward rate. It's 1, and sorry for messing with digits here, 193 for USD. Amazing. Amazing. And it's totally risk-free in a sense that you know all inputs at the beginning. No uncertainties. You know this one, you know this rate, you know this rate, like everything predetermined. And you've got 1,196,000 at the end as your money, and you have to return 1,193,400. And obviously you're making the profit here. Risk-free profit. A risk-free profit of 2,600 USD. Yeah, that's it. That's how the arbitrage works. And having said that, the more you have that interest rate inefficiency, the more people will try to use arbitrage. And by using arbitrage, they will move the rates into equilibrium. And what does it mean? That means that rates will no longer be 4 and 2%. It's going to be something that makes this amount equal to 0. Think about it. As more people will invest in USD, like a lot of more people will invest in USD, the rate here will move down a little bit down. And as more people will borrow in euro, people, companies, economic subjects, I would say, the rate here go up, and the difference between the rate will decrease, eliminated that risk-free profit. By the way, it's different here because I used a little bit different numbers. Remember, we discounted 1 million here to have 1 million in the future. Here, just played with 1 million raw as rounded number to make it more simple. And you see, it feels already like this guy here, forward trade, this guy here, and this guy here are related. And they should be related so that the forward trade connected to the spot rate, the rate of deposit, and the rate of borrowing. And this concept called interest rate parity. And interest rate parity is covered by non-arbitrage condition. Not to have these risk-free profits. It looks small, but if you trade great volumes, you can multiply it significantly by leverage. 20 times, 100 times, and it's risk-free because all conditions are predetermined. Okay, let's summarize what the interest rate parity is. The relationship is the following. You have your forward trade as something related to spot rate, and this spot rate multiplied by interest rate differential. Interest rate differential stated like this, like 1 plus interest rate, in our example in USD, so 4%, divided by 1 interest rate in euro. Yeah? Good? So, and this is the theory, and it purely corresponds with the practice, actually. This how your broker calculate your forward rate. It's a little bit simplified formula, but the concept is there. And it's simplified not in concept, but in details on bid-ask spread, lending, depositing rate. But it works. It really works. Then your broker provides you forward rate. Imagine it's a big bank, like big 3 or 4 US major banks. They had their own pool of clients in a queue for forward contracts and in a queue for, in a queue to buy euro in 1 year time, in a queue to sell euro in 1 year time, and a lot of clients depositing money, borrowing money, and they calculate this exact relationship depending on their pool of clients. Not only their clients, they have interbank relationships, but overall they have some pool, big pool, of a lot of clients standing in the queue, in virtual queue for buy and sell in 1 year time, and they put into it their commission, and they calculate it in a way that it's impossible for clients to have risk-free profit, called arbitrage. Yeah, it was helpful for me. Hopefully it will be helpful for you a little bit.